technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. We live. Okay, all right, we're here. What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Boom, right? Boom. See, I wish I had an atom bomb to drop, right? So, like a flex bomb. But I don't have one. Right? LV's working on it, right? I'm gonna have one going to next season. I promise you that. Because that's what it felt like last night. If you guys have been coming, rocking with LV Live for a long time, which I'm sure you have been, you guys know that I said it. I said, listen, the last piece in the Infinity Gauntlet is Mikal Bridges. We get him, we're dangerous in the East. And not just in the East, but the whole NBA. I said that. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live for this lunchtime special. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Namit, what's going on? Everybody coming through. I told you guys. I said it. You said it here on this show. Everybody over there was talking crazy. A whole bunch of shows talking crazy. They said it's not going to happen. LV Live said it. I said it. I said, listen, that's the move. I don't want a star. I don't want none of these guys who are over the hill. I don't want none of these dudes. Paul George, KD. I said I didn't want none of those guys. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. I said it. I don't want nobody. I want this guy. This is who I want. But I said it on this show. The Knicks are going to have to pay a haul for him. They're going to have to. Because he's top tier. He is that. And the Nets are going to say, yo, you want him bad enough? All right, this is what we want. The Knicks got to pay it. And they did. We sent them Bogey, 5 first-round picks, a swap pick, and a second round. So altogether, that's pretty much like 7 picks the Knicks sent them, and Bogey. But it's worth it. It's worth every ounce of it. Leon Rose, man, does it again. He does it again. Him and Worldwide West, they did it again, people. Major move. Major move. What this does, people, you guys got to understand, this changes everything for us. Jeremy says OG and iHeart are going to free agency. OG's not going anywhere. I'm going to explain that to you in a minute, sir. Hope everybody's enjoying their lunch today. Hope everybody's out there getting some grilled chicken or something like that. Chicken salad, a burger, pizza, you name it. Or let's just jump out the window. Let's just get a Philly cheesesteak and a sub. Let's go out the window, man. Fries, you name it. Let's go all the way, man, because we landed our guy. Great day to be a Knick. Great day to be a Knick. This is big because, guys, you got to look at the whole landscape of where the league is going, right? See, before at one time in the league, you guys noticed the league was all about centers and having a big in the middle, right? That was what the league was. Then Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, all those guys changed it to where it was about the wings. The guard play was Isaiah Thomas, the guard play, the big guard, small forward, that all changed the league. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, all those guys changed it because all those guys started scoring at a high clip. So now they changed the league. It spreads it out. Now with the emergence of Dirk and all these pop-out bigs that can step out and hit that three, the league is changing. Now what Boston did last year has changed everything. Now it's 5 out. You see that's what OKC are doing with Chet, right? Everything is 5 out. 5 out meaning everybody at the top of the key, all 5's out. Everybody can hit the three. And it's big, long, athletic wings which rule the NBA right now. That's why Jaden McDaniels out there getting that money he's getting. You know, Grant pulled off a heist, getting that money over there in Portland, right? Wings is what does it. And right now, the Knicks have one of the best wings in the league, best two-way players. He was the prototype. Let's be clear. He was the prototype when he was over there with Phoenix. He was the prototype. Everybody wanted Mikal Bridges, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan, all that good stuff. get in the passing lanes, can finish at the rim, could defend all 5 positions. And that's what they did. They got one of the best wings in the league to pair up with OG Anunoby, who I think is going to be a lock. Big time move for the Knicks. Big time. And what this does, it puts us in a situation, guys, now with H. All these guys are in their prime. We don't have guys over the hill. That's why I didn't want to do Paul George. That's why I didn't want to touch him. I didn't want to touch KD. Everybody's talking about KD. I said, yo, these guys are old, man. Get guys in their prime, in their youth. You got to understand, Tatum and Brown are like 26, 27. Brunson is 28. I believe Bridges is 27. Josh Hart is either 28, 29. DiVincenzo's up to 26. Deuce, I believe, is 24, 25. All young guys. The young core. Now we're building with these guys. We're building. And also, too, what we're doing is we're getting wing depth, which is huge in this league, because that's all that matters now. All the wings run the world. Okay, let's put it like that. The wings run the world in the NBA. They run things. So that's why OG Anunoby can sit there and hold out and say, yo, listen, I'm waiting until I get my bread, man. I need all my money. And the Knicks are going to give it to him. Remember, Philly can only give him 4 years. The Knicks can give him 5. So I think this happens. I think that deal happens. Look at the lineup now, the matching up, right? This is all about matchups. Of course, you got Brunson at the top of the key. Now you got Bridges at the 2. DiVincenzo's coming off the bench. Okay, let's be clear. Him and Josh Hart. Then you got OG at the 3. We got the bully, Randall at 6'10" at the 4. Either Mitch or iHeart at the 5. Big time. Big time, big time, big time, big time. This is huge. Huge. So now you got to think about exactly what it is that the Knicks could do. Not just next year, guys, but for the next 5 to 6 years, man. And that's what this move does. I know everyone's worried about the picks, man. Listen, who cares about the picks? We don't know what those things are going to pan out. We are in a win now. Win now. Period. And that's the thing. You got to think about that. And that's the beauty of this deal. It sets the Knicks up for the next 5 to 7 years, man. We could be in it. And maybe out of those 5 or 7 years, we still won. We still won championship. That's going to change everything for the Knicks. That's all we want is one. We're not asking for a trip, the 3-peat. We're not asking for a back-to-back. We just want one win. One. And that's what this provides. It does. Now, we talk about the OG Anunoby thing, right? Everybody's worried about that. Once again, the Knicks don't do this deal if they don't know that they're going to pretty much lock in OG Anunoby. I think they do. I think they solidify it, and I think they pretty much are locked and loaded. Now, the iHeart thing is interesting because there are, it's hard to sign them now, right? To that 4-year, $72.5 million deal. Right now, you picked up the contract here from Bridges. I believe he's getting 21.5 or 20, I think 23.5 this year and 21.5 next year. The Knicks are going to lock him into a big deal, right? So that's where the iHeart piece comes in. Now, it can still happen. I believe the Knicks just have to send out like 2 more pieces. They have to because remember, the deal's not complete, guys. The Knicks can still add on pieces to this deal. So if I'm correct, this can't be solidified. I think like another week or 2, if I'm correct. Anybody correct me in the chat. But I believe it's on the table, but it's not complete yet, right? So they can put some things into place or whatever. They can still, but I think the gist of the deal is complete. So I think that's why, you know, there's still a possibility we could keep iHeart. Also, too, the Knicks have set themselves in a great position because if they do lose iHeart, they still have Mitch. Now, they can still move Mitch tonight, guys. Tonight is the draft. LV will be going on live again tonight, but I just had to get you guys in really quick, man. I didn't get in last night. Had to do short last night, but I wanted to get in touch with my peoples in here, man. So that's how that looks, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they move Mitch to free up iHeart. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. So where they free up money to where they can get him. I don't think the Knicks are done yet. And to me, that's the only way they do the iHeart thing. They got to get rid of Mitch in a trade tonight. And they got to send a couple of guys out. And I think that then they'll be pretty much good to go to maybe sign both iHeart and OG Anunoby. But I think in them still doing that, I think that still puts them in the first apron, I believe. So, yeah, man. That's kind of like where it is with that iHeart piece, right? So, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to see iHeart go, but at the same time, you got to give the get, man. You got to listen. And a lot of people complain about the picks. Listen, you got to play ball, man. Listen. They're not going to give up. Then they know how bad the Knicks want Bridges. They're not going to give him up for nothing. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's too much." I don't agree with that. I think if you want to play, man, this is what it is. You got to play ball. That's it. Right. So to me, that's the key. If you want to play, hop on the deep end of the water, man, and let's play. You can't be sitting there playing around with your picks, man. This is the time to do it. And if they said, okay, yeah, we will do it, well, let's do this, so, you got to hop on that. Also, too, you got to understand, guys, what this does for our lineup now. CP, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. Everybody, please go subscribe to CP Mets and Knicks. CP, I don't know if you're saying yes, sir, for Bridges or last night. Big time game for you guys. 9-7. You destroy. There's another word I want to say what you did to Garrett Cole. But you see Judge, right? Judge was I was listen, true story, CP. I was watching the game. Judge hit that bomb. I said, oh yeah, baby, we coming back. And then they dropped this news. I said, yo, I don't know what to do. Finish watching this game or make this. I did it short. I said, I'm gonna hop on with these guys today. Big time win for you guys. I salute you guys. Big time win. I love your catcher too, Alvarez. I like him a lot. I like Alvarez. He's pretty good for you guys, man. So I think the Mets are turning it around, man. They're looking really, really good. They've been on a big streak. Nemo's on a hit, he's doing pretty good for you guys. So Mets are doing big things over there. Salute you guys for that. The Yankees are still in the top of the food chain, but big win for the Mets last night. Corey Lindsay, man, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live on this lunchtime special with LV Live and his crew. So once again, right? So once again, so bringing it down, you got to look at what it does, right? So all in all, if you look at it and you pay attention to why this matches up perfect, Bridges is a perfect player for Tibbs. Perfect. Because he's interchangeable. You could put him at the top of the key. You could put him on a wing. You could put him on a guard. He can even guard a 4, right? So he could do that. And believe it or not, he can even step out and he can guard a KP, right? So that's what I mean by 5 out. So what this does, it extends our lineup to where now you can use a whole bunch of guys and you can go you can go we can put Randall at the 5. Randall doesn't like to play the 5, but he won't need to because most bigs are not down. They're not traditional bigs. It's not like he's guarding Joel Embiid. There's only a couple of those guys out there. Most guys are stretch bigs. So now with this, you can have a big lineup out there and have Brunson at the top of the key. So you could put Randall at the 5. You could put Josh Hart at the 2. You could put Bridges at the 3. OG Anunoby at the 4. You could put Randall at the 5. You could do that. It's interchangeable stuff you could do. Also, too, Jew, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. I haven't seen you in a long time, sir. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me. Jew Caesar is another pillar here in the LV Live show. Appreciate having him come through rock with me on this lunchtime special. Big time move for them boys. So that's what it does. That's the interchangeable things that Bridges does for us. Then you bring back OG Anunoby. The reason why I say this deal, we're good with Bridges, but we're basically last year's team with Bridges. With OG Anunoby, that puts us over the hump because now we're a complete team. And people are still forgetting. I don't know why people are forgetting. I know you're forgetting we got Randall. I don't care what anybody says. Does Randall have his moments? Yes. Can he be a head case? Yes. But now having these pieces in here, what it does for a guy like Randall changes everything because now people are forgetting about Randall. Randall comes back healthy with that shoulder. He's dangerous. Now you have all these options out here. He's going to be hard to deal with. You can't double Randall. And not doubling Randall is a problem because he's 25-10. Book it. I don't care what his attitude is. That's what he gives you. And when he's rolling, he's a load down there in that Baja. 6'10", 250. He's a monster. You put Bridges out there in the wing now, Randall doesn't have to guard anybody. He could still sit back, chill. Because now you got the top 5 elite defenders in the league on the wings. And that can knock down that corner 3. So we're not even talking about what this could do for Randall, which I think is fabulous. CP says facts. OG is a must. That's a must. That's a must. But you know what, CP? Listen, man. The Knicks know that. The Knicks know that. They, once again, I've said it before on my show. The Knicks did not make that deal with Saint and IQ and of course RJ over there. And if they weren't prepared to lock him in, they did this deal because Bridges pretty much, from what I hear, the reports are Ian Begley and everybody over there at SNNY. The reports is that he's strong on them. He said, yo, listen, I'm not going nowhere but the Knicks. So listen, you can play games if you want. But what I'm doing is when I'm done with this deal, I'm going over to New York. So you're not going to get nothing from me. And whoever you send me to, I'm telling them I'm not re-signing with them. As soon as I become free, I'm going to the Knicks. So that's what they said. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's send him off to New York. But ask the Knicks, this is what we want. The Knicks gave it to him. But trust, I don't think this upsets the apple cart with OG Anunoby. No. Now, what I heard, yes. OG Anunoby, no. There's a lot of people saying, oh, we still got to watch out what OG does. Listen, OG's locked in, man. He's not going anywhere. Yeah, they got to negotiate. Everybody knew he was going to opt out of $19.9 million. Everybody knew that. Now they have to negotiate. That's all it is. He's trying to get the most he can get. Of course, he's going to get, he's going to get top dollar. I don't see those guys saying, yo, look, I'm going to Philly because they're going to offer me $60 million. They're not going to give him $60 million, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Garvin Felix, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live and my crew. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through on this lunchtime special, rocking with me and my crew, sir. Appreciate that. CP says the question is how much of a discount he takes. $38 million seems fair at this rate. Honestly, CP, you're going to have to give him what he wants. You're going to have to. And the reason why you have to do that, CP, is because you got to flex your muscle in Philly. Because Philly now, if they can't get Paul George, that's the key. Everything for Philly is based on 2 guys. I believe it's Paul George, and I believe it's OG Anunoby. If they can get Paul George, they don't care about OG Anunoby. They really don't. Because I really think that's who they really want. I think they really want Paul George. They want a guy that's a winner, that is a high caliber pro. He's a better player than OG Anunoby. He's just older. And you match him up with Maxey and with OG Anunoby. Those are 3 all-stars. I think that's who Philly really wants. How much is Philly willing to give up to get Paul George? Because remember, Paul George is making $48 million. He's only making $50 million over there with the Clippers, man. Almost making 50. So Philly's going to have to pay out. Because remember, Paul George has got a lot of stuff going on out there in LA. He's from out there. His parents out there, his mom, his family. The reports are, I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess his mom is like in a wheelchair or something. I don't know. That's what the reports are saying. Allegedly, I don't know, but I think that for a guy like that, who I'm sure family means a lot to him, that's going to matter. So is he going to want to come? It ain't like he's going to the Lakers or he's going, I don't know, to Arizona or something like that, Phoenix. He's coming all the way east to Philly out of all places to come and play and kind of leave his comfort zone, right? So I think that's a stretch. Can it happen? Yes. But I don't know if, you know what I mean? So it's really up to Paul George and what he wants to do, what matters to him, right? But if that doesn't work, they're going to pivot. They're going to pivot. I mean, a hard pivot to OG Anunoby. And they're going to say, yo, we're going to give you bang, bang, bang. So the Knicks got to come serious with this deal. They can't play games with it. Because Philly's going to, if Philly can't make that Paul George deal, because they're desperate, man. They understand, listen, they only got a couple more years probably with Embiid, man, with his injury history and all the stuff. So they got to strike while the iron's hot. And the Knicks are letting it be known by what they did last night, that they're not playing any games. They're locked and loaded, and OG Anunoby's the missing piece. iHeart stuff can work out. I think they can make the deal happen still. It's going to be tough, but I think they can still do it. But if they can't, cool. We still got Mitch. But what I'm saying is, the Knicks sign OG Anunoby, which I believe they're going to do, this changes the whole landscape of the league. It just does. Because now the balance of power is going to shift. Because now the Knicks are going to be a true contender. They're a contender before, but now they're a legit true contender. Top 5 in the league, getting OG Anunoby and Bridges and Brunson at the top of the key. And you're bringing back Randall. So I think Philly's going to be desperate. So the Knicks got to be ready to throw the kitchen sink at OG Anunoby. CP says, yeah, given that 180 for OG, if PG falls through, puts the Knicks in a tough position. Right. It's expense, right, for iHeartRadio. What's your take on taking a stab at James Wiseman? Well, I like Wiseman. Backup center on a minimum type deal. You know, I like Wiseman. I do. But he's shaky sometimes, man. Who I want, CP, is I want Andre Drummond. If we can get Andre Drummond at a good deal, I would get him over James Wiseman. Now, if Wiseman's cheaper than Drummond, then I would do that. But Drummond is who I really want. I want Drummond, whether we keep Mitch or lose Mitch, whether we keep iHeart or we lose iHeart. I want Drummond. Garvin Phillips said, for sure, all the way from the Caribbean, man. OG ain't going nowhere. Good show, bro. Oh, Garvin, I appreciate you coming through, man. All the way from the Caribbean, man. See, LV Live is, my reach is stretching, people. You see that? C-Pit says, Nick Richards, man. I like Nick Richards, man. He's all right, though, man. But for a backup, yes. He's solid. Only $5 million for the next 2. You know what? That would be a good deal. He's young, too. I would do that. Once again, right? Once everything's going to kind of unfold itself, guys, when all these deals are complete. When the Knicks solidify OG Anunoby, when they solidify this deal with Bridges and all the picks and everything they're moving, then that's when I think they can kind of make some moves in regards to backups and stuff like that. So and also, too, to see how much money we had to play with in regards to these backups. Also, too, guys, let's remember, we still have our picks for tonight. So what do we do now? Because now our wings are solidified, but I still want another wing. I still want to get Ryan done. I still want to go get him. Because now I don't think we have to really worry about the shooting now. Because now you can add him to the bench for another wing who's 6'8". Load up on the wings, who can defend and who could score. He's a great guy in transition. We got to work on his shooting, but we can get another wing. Once I said the wings dominate in this league, man. And that's what it's all about. Garvin Felix said, I don't think iHeart will stay. He wants to get paid. Good. I agree with that, sir. I agree with that. And also, too, but here's the thing, Garvin. He wants to get paid, right? But would he be willing to take 4 years, 50 or 60 million from the Knicks, as opposed to the whole 72 and a half just to stay? Would he do that? Would he take a pay cut? Now, I know what he deserves, but would he do that to just stay with the Knicks, to help the Knicks out, like Brunson's willing to do? Would he be willing to do that? I'm just saying. I doubt it, but I'm just throwing it out there. Jeremy says Detroit can offer OG Anunoby 4 years, 200 million playing option for 5th year. The Knicks will be forced to sign OG. Yeah. Jeremy, I'm glad you said that. See, that's what's going to happen, right? But also, too, Jeremy, the Knicks are in a tough predicament, and not for nothing, OG Anunoby's got him by the nuts, man. Excuse my language. He got him, man, because he knows that the Knicks can pay him the most money. So, once again, like I said, I think, if I'm correct, I think Philly can only go up to 4 years, right? I don't see OG Anunoby going to Detroit. That's not happening. He still wants to win. Detroit is a dumpster fire, man. They're so far from close to winning. I doubt he goes over there. But what happens is, Jeremy, I'm sure you know, all these teams vying for him is going to force the Knicks to push all the chips to the middle because they know how important he is to the team. And I can see them saying, all right, cool, we're going to bite. Let's do 5 years, 230. Or 5 years, 215, or something like that. I can see that, Jeremy. I can see that happening to where he pretty much pushes all the chips and says, look, they're willing to give me this. Because I think he's really trying to cash in. I think he's really trying to do that. And so he's got the Knicks, man. But I think the Knicks are going to pay it. I don't think OG's going anywhere. Once again, I've said it before and I'm saying it again. They don't do that deal. Sitting RJ and IQ, they don't do that deal if OG Anunoby's not locking in. I'm just being honest with you. And they understood what they were going to have to pay. And so right now it's just negotiations. That's all they're doing. But them pulling off this deal last night like a thief in the night, this is beautiful, man. And because once again, it just changes so many things for us interchangeable wise. It just does. And I think that the beauty of this is that more importantly than anything, guys, we got younger. We got more athletic, and the depth is beautiful now. I think they should really look to getting Ryan Dunn. Getting another wing. We talked about backup centers. Because Mitch and Ihart aren't staying. Both of them together aren't staying. Somebody's leaving. So with that being said, I think the next thing should be to get a backup big and to get Ryan Dunn in the draft. That's 5 people on the bench. You got Josh Hart, you got DiVincenzo, you got the backup big, you got Deuce, you got Ryan Dunn. That's 5. LV's hand is all over the place. Those 5 people coming off the bench. That's good. Blow Range Tears, man. I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. Garvin says, nah, iHeart wants the money and not the ring. We should draft a young big. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if that's what iHeart is focused on, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. And I'm okay with that. I would prefer iHeart over Mitch. But you gotta do what you gotta do. We should draft a young big. I don't know about drafting a young big, man. I don't know if those guys are ready. J Deals Direct, man. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew on this lunchtime special with LV Live, man. Salute, fam. What about a backup point? Oh, that's good. That's good. See, that's why I love everybody coming through rocking with me, man. See, you brought some things to my attention. I love Rondo. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live and the crew. Rondo, a pillar here in the LV Live show. We do need a backup point guard. I'm glad you mentioned that, J Deals. That's well said. See, now that changes things too. Because we do need somebody to kind of bring in that to help Deuce out. And for Brunson as well. Maybe a Tyus Jones. I think that'll work. Nobody in the draft, though. Knicks got a lot they could do, man. Knicks got a lot they could do because now you got 3 guys on the bench. With OG Anunoby coming back, which I believe he will do so, you got 3 guys on the bench now, right? You know, Tibbs only likes to play 9. So you got 3 guys on the bench, right? You have, I said it, you had Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, right? Then you have Deuce, right? We got to go back up big, right? You got to need a backup big because you're going to have to spell either Mitch or Ihart. So you're going to need that. So that's the 4th guy. So someone's not going to play. Is it going to be Deuce again? What are we looking at? I still would draft Ryan Dunn. You know why I would draft Ryan Dunn? Because you know OG Anunoby's going to get hurt. You know he's going to get hurt. So then you can have Bridges drop down to the 3. DiVincenzo come back to the 2. Then you can have Ryan Dunn come in and spell Bridges. So we got to pay attention to that too. I'm telling you, he's going to get hurt. Was it 82 games? I say he plays 60 of them. I'm just keeping it a buck. But I'm okay with it because if he plays for the whole playoffs, I'm good. But if out of the season we only get 62 games out of OG Anunoby, I'm cool with that. Right? But my thing is we need a backup for that. You could drop, but that's the beauty of Bridges. You could drop him down to the 3 because he's naturally a 3. He could play the 2, but he's really a 3. But you could drop him down to 3, pair him with Randall. Then you bring DiVincenzo out to start. Josh Hart still coming off the bench. And then you can have Ryan Dunn come in and spell him. Right? So there's beautiful things you could do here. So I would still draft Ryan Dunn because you gotta plan for that. That's OG Anunoby's. That's his pedigree, man. That's just what it is. Jeremy says Walker Kessler, 2 years, $7.8 million. I still want Drummond, man. I want Drummond. I think Drummond is perfect, man, for what it is that we want. He's tough. He's rugged. Jeremy says Dewan Holmes at number 24, Terrence Shannon Jr. at number 25. I don't know, man. I still like Ryan Dunn at number 24, man. I still like him at 24. I do. And I think the Knicks might trade the 25th pick and the 2nd round pick, maybe with Mitch to bring in somebody else. That's what I would do. But Jay Deals brought up something really good now, guys. He's got LV thinking. I totally forgot about the backup point guard. I'm so excited about what happened last night. I totally forgot about the backup point guard. That's a big deal. Jay Deals said, do you think Dunn will slide at 24? There's a possibility, Jay Deals. Here's the reason why. His offense scares a lot of people. Local kid, Long Island guy, played at Long Island Lutheran, which is a powerhouse out there if anybody knows about high school basketball. Melo's son goes there, actually, Long Island Lutheran. They had a guard out there. I think he's going to Baylor, man. He's a beast. He's like McDonald's All-American. He just left. He's about 6'4", 6'5". Forget the kid's name. But, yeah, they got a great program out there. Powerhouse out there in Long Island at the high school. So he went there. So that's what scares people, J Deals. His offense. And so that's why I think he can slide to 24. If he slides to 24, I think the Knicks snatch him up. I think they do. But I can also see a world, J Deals, where the Knicks trade both picks with Mitch to bring in somebody else. I could see that also because they want to make room because they want to keep Ihart. So there's a lot of moving parts that can be going on tonight with the Knicks. But I can see them getting Ryan Dunn at 24 because of the OG Anunoby situation. They know they're going to sign him, but you got to prepare for him getting hurt, man. You have to. And that could pretty much still balance out things. But I think the offense with him scares a lot of people away. But if he comes to us, we don't need him to score. We just need him to defend and be an active wing, get open in the open court, which he's great in, scoring and transition, which I think is fabulous. And I think those are the things that could happen tonight. Jay Supreme, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live on this lunchtime special, man. Jay Supreme, a pillar here on the LV Live show. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with me, sir. Any players that we draft ain't going to play next year. Remember who the coach is. Tibbs ain't playing no rookies. Sorry. It's a good point, man. It's a good point. That's why I was saying Jay Supreme. Tibbs is going to want to play 9 next year. 9. But the reason why I'm saying Jay Supreme about the Ryan Dunn move, you got to get it back up OG Anunoby. Now they do with Bridges. Bridges could drop down to the 3. Bring DiVincenzo at the 2. But the issue is who's going to fill in for Bridges. Now, you could bring in Josh Hart because that's what Josh Hart does, but you're going to have to spell guys. You don't want guys to get overtired, guys get hurt. So that's where you could use Ryan Dunn and give him minutes, you know what I'm saying, to kind of spell guys to where guys can manage their minutes and get ready for that playoff push. Jeremy says, Ryan Diakono, right, will be brought back for inactivity duty, right? Ultimate practice player, no guarantee. Yo, come on, man. You got to bring him back, man. He's part of the fabric of that Villanova crew, man. You got to bring him back. Felix says, I like the idea of Drummond, man. I think he is a great, no, Drummond's not a great rebounder. He's a tremendous rebounder. He gobbles up rebounds. That's why I want to bring him back, Garvin, because of how we play, right? So you need a guy that's very similar to Mission Ihart on that second unit, who's going to hit the boards, who's going to crash it, get those second shots opportunities, because that's how we do things. And Tibbs loves guys that hit the glass. Tibbs loves that more than scoring, possibly. It's guys that rebound. So if you can do a Drummond deal and have him back up either Ihart or Mitch, beautiful. And bring Drummond back home. Drummond's a Mount Vernon guy. I think he'll be great for the Knicks. But this is a fabulous move, man. Fabulous move. And you know what? This really sets us up for the next 5 to 7 years, guys. It does. It truly does. And that's the beauty of this deal. Because now we don't have to worry about, the Knicks trying to find the guy or whoever. No, we got our team now. We got our team, and this is who we're building with, and this is what we're going forward with, and I love it. And anybody saying we need a superstar, we don't listen. Brunson proved it. Brunson proved I'm the guy. Period. And so now the Knicks can build around him. And with these wings, now you can shield him. Because we know Brunson's not the best defensive player, but you could shield him from those guys. You can. And the biggest part of all this is look at what it does for Randall. I told you guys last year, beginning of the season, I said, Randall's the key, man. Randall's the key. And ready? He still is the key now. He is. We know what Brunson can do. We know what OG Anunoby can do. We know what Bridges can do. But I think people have forgotten about Randall, man. And Randall is the key. If Randall can do what he does, the Knicks are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team. I thought we beat Boston last year if we would have had Randall. So you add Bridges here, Boston's going to have a hard time with us. Hard time. Jeremy says, Andre Drummond, biannual exception, $4.6 million. I like Drummond, man. Jeremy says, Lonzo Ball coming to the Knicks, vet minimum contract, $3.1 million. No, man. No, come on. Did they just report that or something? Or that's what you're saying you want to do? I'm not touching Lonzo Ball, man. Let me make sure. All right, cool. All right, ain't no talks about him. Good. Jeremy, you kind of scared me for a second. Yeah, man, I'm not touching him, man. I'm not touching him. There's no way I'm touching him. No way I'm touching him. Sorry. No way. Jeremy says, I would love for the Knicks to obtain Pat Bev. No way. Pat Bev is a shell of himself. I love Pat Bev. I do. Shell of himself. He's not even close to being what he was before, man. Jason Reeves says, I like Ryan Dunn, and I think they will draft him, but I don't see any rookies breaking the 9-man rotation. Do you know, Tibbs? He'll put Bridges at the 3 if OG gets hurt, and Ihart will play the 2. I like that. I like that. I did mention that earlier, Jay Spring. The Garvin said Lonzo's injury prone, man. We good on him. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't touch him, man. No way. No way. Jay Supreme said, we don't need a other superstar. We're good. Jay Supreme agreed. Listen, the league is changing now. The league is changing. And remember, two guys, everything has changed with this whole, like, you know, the whole new deals and contracts. You can't have 3 max guys. You can't have that. So you really got to learn how to build your team around really, really good role players that are just outside of being all-stars. Bridges is just outside of being an all-star. OG Anunoby, same thing. You got to build your team the right way, man. And that's what this new deal coming in, new CBA coming in, that's what it does. So you really got to know how to build your team, period. And to me, that's the beauty of what this does. Now it shows, okay, listen, you don't need, you know, kind of like what the Heat did, right? With the three all-stars, and of course, you know, what Golden State did. The league's not allowing that anymore. So now you got to really know how to build your team, and chemistry and culture is key. You do that, you have a winning culture, you're going to go far in this league. Look, Denver's proven it, and Boston's been knocking down the door for the last couple of years, man. They finally broke down. And I think that's the blueprint now for the league. And I think the Knicks are pretty much setting it up for that to be the way. What's BK LA, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. How's things out there in sunny California, man? I'm going to be out there in August, man. Oh, yeah, you know, Wiz, I had to tighten it up, man. So much, you know, my man, it's blazing out here. There's a heat wave on the East Coast, man. Had to tighten it up. Jason Green said, Lonzo ain't coming here. No thanks. Yeah, man, we don't want him, man. He's got like a bionic knee, man. We don't want that. You heard what he went through for his knee and stuff like that. He had to get someone's cartilage put in his knee. Something insane, man. I don't know. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. It's something crazy with his knee, man. Nah, I'm not touching him. I'm not touching him. I'm not touching Zach LaVine. None of them dudes. I'm not touching none of them cats, man. None of those guys. The Knicks are right where they need to be, man. That's it. We need a couple of pieces, and we're good. And when I mean a couple of pieces, I mean like backup pieces. Jeremy says, do you have any signing trade scenarios if OG and iHeart sign with another team in free agency? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to have to think on that, Jeremy. I'm glad you said that, man, because I haven't even thought that far. Because I really do believe that OG is coming back, but you do have to have the backup plan, right? So I do agree with that. That's something I'm going to think about. I haven't thought about anything like that. With this happening last night, this whole just changed my whole scope, right, on everything, Jeremy. So give LB a minute. Let me kind of build on that. iHeart would just have to keep Mitch. I mean, that's easy, right? And probably bringing a piece to back him up, whether it's Drummond or whether someone in the draft or whatever. The OG Anunoby thing's a little tricky because now that changes things for us, right? But that's why I don't think anything happens with him, Jeremy. I think he stays, man. The Knicks did not do that deal. The Knicks did not do that deal with RJ and IQ, understanding what was going to be at stake. They know what they have to do. Like, it's not like a game. Like, they know this is why I made this deal. So they understood that, if he wants X, Y, and Z, we got to be prepared to pay him. And I think the Knicks are. So that's why I really don't think OG goes anywhere. But I do see what you're saying. You got to think there's a possibility that both of those guys could be gone. More iHeart than OG Anunoby. Jason P said, Tibbs will go 8-man rotation before I'll play rookie. Agreed, Jay Supreme. But I think that with the injuries and all that good stuff, I think that's where he'll probably be forced to. But that's where, to me, it's up to like a Ryan Dunn type of guy to build that trust with Tibbs. Remember, Tibbs played IQ. He played IQ. Not a lot, but he played him. So I think that's where it comes down to. Injuries and all that stuff come into play, Jay Supreme. But I think that would be the reason why he plays that guy, if injuries come into play. Garvin says, but in all, we have a great team. We do, sir. The Knicks are currently hard capped in the first. No, agreed. Yeah, they locked in right now with the Bridges. because with the contract, I do agree, Jeremy. So that's why I think, Jeremy, that's why I don't think the deal is set. I think there's still pieces that they're moving around. I think that from what I'm hearing is guys like Daquan Jeffries and Diakinte, that those guys at the end of the bench, I think those guys are going to be out of here too, to where it can get us out of that first apron. So I think that's why I said the deal is not complete, Jeremy. So I think that, in doing that, that's what I think the Knicks, that they know that's what they have to do. I think there's more things that are going to be done. The draft is tonight. More moves are going to be made to free up some things. So this is just the beginning. But this is a big move by the Knicks. Huge move for the Knicks. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get up out of here, right? I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live. But check it out. I will be back tonight to talk about the draft and the moves that were made. The Knicks doing deals. So I will be back on tonight, right? So I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live for this lunch special. Everybody make sure they enjoy their lunch and enjoy this beautiful weather and the NYC. Big move for the Knicks. Big move. LV Live called it. I called it. Anybody's been rocking with me since day one, I called it. And he's here. The last piece of Infinity Gauntlet. Now let's just complete building, and we'll be good to go for the start of the season. All right, I'll see you guys tonight. I'm LV Live. That's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, it's your first time coming by, please subscribe, and also to leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with LV Live today. I'm out of here, people. Peace.